Central quarterback, Travis Marcino. He was taking some snaps in the pregame. He's passed for 642 yards and a pair of touchdowns, but he missed last week's game. Filling in ably was junior Joey Polshaw, who hit 11 of 17 for a touchdown. 7 of those passes were caught by the fine wideout, Mike Gibson. Kenny Richardson's rushed it 217 times in 9 games. He's been the workhorse, 1,128 yards. Freddie Manilak has been a nice compliment at tailback, 102 carries for 638 yards. Joe, you can't say it?
Well, how much of the computer talk they've gotten into the players' minds, but I would say they've just concentrated on, hey, let's win the football game, and whatever happens, happens. And, we're going to finish up this season if we win this game 8-2, and we've got a shot.
Well, Ulichney's back to receive Mike Kuczykowski's kick, the sophomore, sidewinder. Boomer right down the middle. We had a lot of wind here this afternoon, taken by one of the up men at the 18. Right up the gut. That might be Centers. He'll get across to 25, then he's snowed under at the 27-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 for Lorain Catholic.
You're a football purist. This is the kind of weather you like to come out and sit and watch a good high school football game.
Well, we got 2 wideouts left and right. We got 2 wingbacks, and one of the wingbacks, Ulichney, goes in motion. Centers is the fullback, and rolling out Miller. Quick hitter out in the flat. It's completed. 35-40 and out of bounds is the motion man, Ulichney, and he will catch a lot of balls this evening. He went in motion, and Miller drilled it out into the flat, and he moved across the 35 out near the 40-yard line. Kenny Richardson ran him out of bounds at the 39, so on first down, you better get your stat sheet ready. A 12-yard pickup and a first down.
Now, Miller threw the ball very well on the run that time, which is a difficult pass to make, and as we said, he appears to be an outstanding quarterback.
Nemick and Novotny are the wideouts. We got a couple of wingbacks, and one of them will go into motion. That's Benton. Rolling out Miller, looking, has a man wide open, overthrew his intended receiver, Nemick, who was wide open at midfield. The Crusaders dropping off Brian Krager, the linebacker, with some double coverage by Michael Gibson. But the wideout, Nemick, was wide open. It was just an overthrown ball.
He was, exactly, John, and we see a little bit of game going on.
Again, the 2 wideouts with a double wing, and in motion again, Benton. 2-step drop. Miller out in the flat, complete to one of his wideouts. That's Novotny making the catch. Gain of 5 to the 44. Quick coverage over there by Kenny Richardson. It'll be 3rd down on a 4-yard pickup at the 44-yard line. It'll be 6 for a first down, and this team passes on any down.
A very short, quick drop that time, 2-3-step drop. Doesn't look like it's a great drop-back pass, but a quick offense.
Can't get too much pressure on the 2-step drop. Benton in motion again. Rolling out Miller, looking, throw in, almost intercepted by Ryan Chapano at the Central 45. Nemick, the intended receiver. That pass not well thrown, and Central will force a punt.
Chapano did a real fine job by cutting in front of the receiver that time, almost came up with the intercept. Central's going to have to be faced with that all night long, and defensive coverage is going to be very important for them.
Miller is your punter. Orlando's one of the deep men. We haven't seen him back there this year. Good snap. Miller punting with the win. Sparrow, on the run, a nice grab made by Mikey Orlando, and he moves it out to the 35-yard line. That was a tough ball to catch. It was sinking at him on the 25. It could have been easily dropped, and the youngster Orlando, with a nifty play, gets a 10-yard return.
Michael showed real good hands and concentration that time. That ball was down around his ankles when he made the catch. He was able to pull it into his belly and pick up a nice 4 or 5-yard return.
So Central has pretty decent field position. Start at their own 35. They're in a pro I. Coolin to the right and Gibson left. Polshaw is your quarterback. Quick toss to Manilak around the right side. Breaks a tackle at 35, 40. He's at midfield. Cuts it back at the 45, and he's down at the 41-yard line by Ulichney. Nice move by Freddie Manilak as he broke the initial tackle, got into the secondary, and makes a huge gain. They spot him down at the Spartan 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 25.
Excellent kick-out block that time by his running mate, fullback Ken Richardson, as he came down on the defensive end and allowed Freddie Manilak to get to the outside and make the cut, which gave him the 25-yard gain.
Wilson is tight at left end. We've got twin receivers to the right. The backs are in an eye. Here goes one of the receivers in motion. That's Aaron Talensik playing some offense this evening. The blast play. Manilak left side, cuts it back, 35, tripped up at the 30-yard line. The tripper upper made a possible touchdown saving tackle. Number 88 is Kuba. And Freddie showing some nice cutback ability. Manalac has picked up 35 on 2 carries. And he's a wingback to the left with twin receivers left. Richardson gets his first carry, breaks that initial tackle at the 30, down to the 25, and finally wrestled down at the 24, maybe the 23, by Ulichney and Benton. So Kenny Richardson doing what he does so well, breaks that initial first tackle. He'll get to the 23.5. We'll give him 7, make it 2nd and a long 3.
Typical Kenny Richardson run, John. As you said, he was hit at the line of scrimmage. Also 2 yards down the field, he managed to get 7.
Coolin right and Talensik left. This time the backs are split. Unbalanced line right. They go left with Richardson. He has a first down, crosses the 20 down to the 19. Central's ground attack has picked up 3 straight first downs. 2 carries by Manalac and 2 by Richardson. Richardson gets 4, and Central on an early drive with 8:53 to go here in quarter number 1.
Well, right now,
backs this time. A couple of wide outs. Here's the toss. Manalac cuts over left end. He's at the 20, the 15, spins to the 11. Freddie Manalac looking superb here in the early going, making some real nifty cuts, excellent decisions, and Manalac is down to the 11 for 8, 2nd and 2.
Good block that time by Bobby Mascalino, pulling out from his guard position as he was able to take the right side of the Lorain line and move them out of there and allow Freddie Manalac to pick a spot.
2nd and a pair, 54 yards on 5 running plays. That's almost 11 a carry as Polshaw sets his squad. Split backs, Richardson right side. Richardson plows inside the 5 for another Crusader first down, their 4th consecutive first down. And we told you Lorain Catholic does not play very good defense, and that's evident on this first drive. Richardson gets 6 to the 5. It's 1st and goal.
They haven't shown any.
Buddy Bloomer, and they're in the bone. Bloomer's the fullback, double tight ends. That means Marshall's in. Everybody moved, but the ball wasn't snapped, and that's a big mistake. It'll be a 5-yarder, make it 1st and goal at the 10.
Well, when you get down in
60 yards, 7:23 to go, first quarter. Central on an early drive. Twins right, the backs are offset to the right. Here goes Gibson in motion to the left. Polshaw option right. Is hit, spins away at the 10, now flips it back to Richardson to the 5. He dives in for the score. Excellent play, Joey Polshaw.
Great.
He was hit at the 10, got away, spun to the 5, was hit, and then flipped back to the trailing Richardson, and the Crusaders are on the board.
Good play by Joe Polshaw. As you said, John, he was hit. He got spun around, but he had presence of mind to know where the trail man was. The pursuit came up. He flipped the ball to Kenny. Kenny took it right into the corner of the end zone. Crusaders lead 6-0.
Oh, Central with the schmuddle huddle. Let's see what happens here. Polshaw's the holder. Talensik picks it up. He flips it to the left side. Yanni has it. Did he get in? No, he couldn't get in. Yanni was behind about 5 guys on the left side that tried the trickery. Lorain Catholic, though, arose to the occasion. 7:05 to go first quarter. 6-0 Central. We'll be back after this.
Central has taken the lead 6-0 on a 10-yard TD run by Ken Richardson. The extra point no good. Kuczykowski set to kick off.
This is short. Going to be fielded at about the 28-yard line by one of the up men, and the Crusaders make an excellent defensive play. Ettner made the reception. Scotty Bloomer makes the stop. 1st and 10 on about only a 3-yard return at the 31.
John, Central has just done a super job.
Lorain Catholic on their first possession threw the ball 4 times. There's a handoff for the first running play, and it's the big fullback centers. 45-50, 45 block tackle. Kenny Richardson saved the touchdown inside the Crusader 40-yard line. John Centers, we told you, the 205-pound sophomore fullback, the only guy that lines up behind Miller, the quarterback, has gained close to 500 yards, and he moves it from the Lorain Catholic 31 to the Crusader 37 for 32 and a first down.
They caught Central that.
2nd first down in Crusader territory. In motion goes Ulichney. Here comes Centers again. Big hole left side. He's across the 30, down at the 28. Centers running hard. Shoestring tackle Scotty Bloomer, but not before the big fullback gets 5 more to the 33-yard line. We'll give him, well, wait a minute. I marked that line of scrimmage pickup. He's got 40 on 2 carries. 2nd and short. Again, the double wing in motion Benton. Crusader defense shifts. It's a 4-man front. Centers finds a hole. Centers has another first down, crosses the 25, down at the 23, maybe the 22. Yanni got him. along with Richie Galtier. Centers is a big dude, and he has some pretty quick feet at the 22. Give him 6.
Johnny appears to be in a passing team.
It picked up 46 yards. You look for the pass, then they shove it down your throat with the run. 1st and 10. Motion man Benton rolling out. Miller flipping, has a man. Nimick makes the reception, immediately hit by Gibson. They said incomplete. Good pop by Mikey Gibson at the 12. And Nimick coughed it up when he was hit. He gets up slowly. That's what you got to do. When the team throws that football, you got to pound the receivers when they make the reception.
Yeah,
right, Nimick to the left. Again, the double wingbacks. Benton in motion. He'll join Nimick, and Miller will roll that way. He's looking for Benton. Overthrows him at the 10-yard line, and he was open. It'll be 3rd and 10 at the 22.
One of the reasons allowing that fullback to pop up in there for nice gains.
Uber right, split, and Nimick to the left, and Benton again goes in motion to the left. Handoff, fullback trying to trap, and centers this time is grabbed by David Stanwyck. Helped out by a couple of his buddies. Colin Kelly, the inside linebacker, was holding on inside there too. But David Stanwyck had a good piece of him and brought him down. Bloomer around the tackle. A short gain. Only 1. It'll be 4th and 9 at the Central 21.
Well, they tried to catch Central napping. Again, popped that fullback through. They were unable to do so, and we're going to see a long field goal attempt right now.
Ulichney will be trying to hit it from 38 yards. I think he's against the wind. Snap down, kick up. It's long enough. It's high enough. And it is good. A beautiful 38-yard field goal by Ulichney. He had plenty of foot. The Spartans are on the board. 4:39 to go first quarter. Central's lead cut in half. It's 6-3, and we'll be back. And Ulichney really bombed that 38-yard field goal. A 7-play, 69-yard drive, and Ulichney will kick off high and deep. Richardson at the 11. Right behind the wall. 15-20. Hole opens up. 25, 30, 35. Richardson still going and down finally at the 40-yard line. Nice return. Kenny about 28 yards Central. Good field position.
John, this appears to be a football game that maybe we're going to see a lot of numbers on the scoreboard. We've got 4:32 left to go in the first quarter. It's 6-3 Central. Both
left. Gibson to the right. And the running backs are split. Wilson tied it right in. There goes Gibson in motion to join Colin. Quick toss to the right side. Here's Richardson trying to cut it back. He's hit at the 42, stretches his body to the 43. We'll pick up a pair. Stop made by Benton. Give Kenny 3 and make it 2nd and 7. 73 yards now for Central on 8 running plays.
Kenny,
we got twins to the right this time. Backs in an eye. There goes the motion man Aaron Talensik to the left. Whistle. Somebody in the neutral zone or somebody moving. Tommy Tillman, sideline official, throws that flag. I got to believe it's against Central. Procedure, second penalty for 10 yards, 2 5-yarders. Poulin and Gibson are twins left. Wilson's tied it right in. Long count by Joey Polshaw making a second straight start. There's a counter play. Hole open, then closed quickly. Manilak crosses the 40, back to the 43, so they got the 5 back. Benton on the stop along with catch the other tackler, but anyway, it'll be a 5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 8 at the Central 43 on a possession down. Clock turning, 2:50 to go first quarter. Central leads at 6-3. Talensik right, Coolin left, backs are split. Polshaw back in the pocket for the first time, looking, thrown out wide open, but he sort of maybe a little miscommunique. Coolin made a nice move. He went down, stopped, and went to the outside. The pass was a little wide of him, and it'll be a punting situation.
Yeah, that's the best way.
Novotny back with Ulichney. Polshaw will be punting. Marcino is maybe ready for duty. There's a flag and a whistle, and we'll do it over again. I'm not sure what Travis's status is, whether we will see him. Encroachment defense. That'll move the ball to the 48, which will leave it 2 yards short. Although he started less at the 43, so it's at the 47.5, and Central will probably still punt it. Let's see if they might snap it short. I doubt it. Richardson's the up man. Yes, they do. They fake it. Here goes Richardson. He has the first down. Get a good spot inside Spartan territory at the 49.5, and it is. I was watching Richardson, and I said, take a look at it, and they did, and they opened the hole over the left side.
Didn't make it by much, but nonetheless, they made it. Good call from the sideline. Good gamble there right inside Lorain territory, right at about the 49-yard line.
3-yard pickup, one of the shorter gains that the Crusaders have made, but a very important gain, giving them the first down on 4th and 2.5. So Central maintains possession on their 5th first down. Polshaw hands. Richardson gets a hole over the 45, down at the 44. Shoestring tackle made by Kuczykowski, the 195-pound senior linebacker. Kenny gets himself 5 to the 44, 2nd and 5. 81 yards now on 10 running plays for the Crusaders. A minute and 57 on the turning first quarter clock. Central leads at 6-3, and they're driving. Scored on their first possession. Went for 2, didn't get it out of the muddle huddle. Here comes Talensik in motion. Here's the toss away. Manilak dips in, then goes to the outside. Great move. 40, 35 out of bounds near to 32, maybe to 31. Hit hard by Burrich, but that was a nifty move by Freddie Manilak. He dipped in, the defenders went in, and then he quickly cut outside, and Manilak with another nice gain.
Manilak is able to do that very well, John. He can give you that leg and take it away, and another fine block by his running mate out there, Ken Richardson, who was able to hold up the defensive back and allow him to turn the corner.
Give Freddie 13 and a 6 Crusader first down. The Twins left. One of the Twins, Gibson, comes in motion to the right. The backs are in an eye. Counterplay right inside. Richardson to the outside. 35-30. 25, 24-yard line. Good open field tackle made by Dwayne Davis, the outside linebacker. As
carries in this first quarter.
With penalties, this is the 10th play of this drive. A minute and 5 to go. Twins right backs in an eye. Wilson tight at left end. Talensik the motion man. Here's the toss. Trying to get to the outside. Manilak, he broke a tackle in the backfield of Zapolski and made a gain of what appeared to be a loss. Brought down by 33, Benton. But Freddie with a nice move, avoiding the tackle in the backfield, and he'll get 4 to the 20 and another first down.
He sort of backed it.
Coolin right. Gibson left. The backs are split. Richardson left side. Richardson hit at the 18, gets maybe to the 17. 44, Jeff Luger, defensive end, 170-pound junior, makes the stop. Richardson gets 3 to the 17, 2nd and 7.
Another play off.
Coolin right, Talensik left. Again, backs are split. Richardson, same play, left side, crosses the 15, down to the 14, maybe the 13. Quarter number 1 has been a quick one. The Central ground attack, the Spartan air attack. Catholic Central 6, Lorain Catholic 3. Will be back in 30 seconds. The Lorain 14. Pro set. Polshaw, option right. Pitch back. Richardson, running room. Tries to get outside. Breaks a tackle at the 15. Inside the 10 and driven out of bounds at around the 6 for another first down. Nice pitch by Polshaw, and Richardson sort of shed the tackle as he was able to turn the corner over there, Joe. Otherwise, it might not have been a gain.
That was a yards on 11 carries thus far for Kenny Richardson, 65 on 6 for Fred Manilak. They've done all the ball carrying for the Crusaders here this evening.
This will be their 14th play on this time-consuming drive. Exactly what Coach Bain and staff wanted, and they're in the wishbone. Yanni's in there along with Bloomer and Richardson. Double tights. Yanni, big hole, touchdown. Anthony Yanni on his first carry found a big hole over the right side with Bloomer and Richardson leading the blocking along with that offensive front that's done an excellent job, and Central leads it 12 to 3.
Yeah, Central just simply blew them off the line of scrimmage that time. Big hole, Anthony Yanni, very low to the ground, had both hands on the ball, just powered it right into the end zone with 11:50 to go in the second quarter. Central 12 and Lorain Catholic 3.
So the Crusaders answer the Lorain Catholic 36-yard or 38-yard field goal, and they're in the bone going for 2. Double tight end, fake the handoff. Polshaw looking, has all night. Now he's hit, will not be able to get away. And with 11:50 to go in the first half, Central's jumped to a 12-3 lead, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Funny thing about
drive, it took Central, let's see, 4:39 and 1:10. That's 5:39 to go 60 yards in 14 plays.
Well, about the only thing the Crusaders haven't been able to do this evening has been execute the extra point. The muddle huddle no good, and that time they were going to throw it, and Polshaw never got the pass off.
Kuczykowski short. One of the up men tipped it back to Ulichney at the 15. He's jitterbugging, gets across the 20 and only out to the 22-yard line. Down there for the Crusaders specialty unit, I got 63 getting some contact. Mark DiPiro, who we've heard his name mentioned a couple of times on kickoffs, along with Scotty Bloomer.
The up man for
the Spartans at their own 22. Again, the double wing. Miller, quick flipper out to Novotny, makes the reception at the 26, gets to the 29, a couple of flags. Normally, that's a face mask violation. 3 Crusaders there, led by Talensik, the cornerback. And we probably got a face mask violation after a 7-yard pickup to the 29 on the pass. Then the 15-yard mark-off, which will be penalty number 3 for 25 against the Crusaders. First down number 4. Completion number 3.
Short and quick. I look for them to bring the defensive people for Central up and go for a bomb here before it's over.
First and 10 at the Lorain 45. There's a quick flipper, but the receiver, Koba, didn't look quick enough. It was a nothing but a go pattern. Talensik had coverage along with Yanni. Miller just floated it up, and Koba wasn't looking.
John, it was somewhat of a touch-type pass along the sidelines, just lofted up there, allow the receiver to throw the bomb before this series is over.
Bloomer and Tregley, the defensive ends. Stanwyck and Mascalino, the defensive tackles in the 4-man front. Handoff inside. Centers gets a good pop at the 45 and gets only progress to the 46. Tregley, I think, got the initial good pop and slowed the big sophomore fullback down, and then Stanwyck pinned him down for a gain of 1 at the 46. 48 yards on 5 running plays. I think Centers has been the only ball carrier.
Yeah, he has 49. Of course, 32 of those were on the one play that he ran earlier, almost broke it for a touchdown.
Big 3rd down conversion on 3rd and 9. Benton in motion from his right wing back. Miller rolls left. Miller almost hit. Miller will run. 45, 50, first down at the Central 44, but we got a flag in the backfield, and that's normally in the holding area, and Luke Kantoupas makes the indication. Miller got the first down when he found no receiver, but it's going to come back.
John, Central had some type of a semi-blitz on that time, and the man that was blitzing, the blocking back, the fullback that time, Centers just simply reached out and grabbed him by the leg and tackled him.
So the penalty will be back to the 34 because the holding occurred at the 44. 3rd and very long. The Spartans will have to go to the Central 45-yard line, so that means they need 21.
Rick Miller, the
Pano on the outside, and Galtaire and Colin Kelly on the inside as Benton's in motion from the double wing. Miller hands off to Centers. He's smeared in the backfield. I think it was Bobby Mascalino diagnosing the play, and it was the big defensive senior tackle. And he gets a pat from all of his Crusader mates.
He sure does, and deservingly so. Bobby took an inside route that time. The guard pulled out of the hole right over top of him. Bobby took the inside route and was able to hold him to no gain, and Coach Bain really gives him a big pat on the back as he comes off the field. Nice play, Bob Mascalino.
Centers lost 2 back to the 32, and Miller's in punt formation. On 4th and 23. Good snap rush on. They almost got him. Oh, Miller bombs a high, spiraling punt. Mike Orlando does what you're supposed to do when you got hang time like that. He fair catches it at the Central 30-yard line.
Well, that's a booming.
They've scored on their first 2 possessions. 9:19 to go in the half. Crusaders 12, Lorain 3. Last play, a little miscommunique. Somebody went the wrong way. I think it was quarterback Polshaw. And he's hitting the backfield as he could not get the handoff on the blast play off of the eye to Freddie Mandelak. And the defensive player, Ed Sininger, made the sack in the backfield for a loss at the 34, 2nd and 11. Well, didn't end up as a fumble because he didn't hand it off as Talensik goes in motion from left to right. Option, pitch back. Richardson needs a block. 30, 35, 37, 38-yard line. Kenny Richardson. It'll be 3rd and short. Coolin trying to throw the block, and Koba did an excellent job of keeping Richardson from breaking that as he gets to the 38. Wishbone double tight ends. Marshall's in along with Yanni and Bloomer. Richardson gets the handoff, and he appears to be short of the 40, so he will not have the first down. It's at the 39.5. Short.
Appears to be about a half yard short here, John, and a decision coming up from the coaching staff. We haven't seen any signs, although I see Coach Spence down there talking to Anthony Yanni. They might decide to go for it.
Well, they've moved the ball very well. I got them 128 yards on 19 carries.
1/2 yard, about a foot, Louis Kuczykowski says. Anthony Yanni's coming in. Freddie Manilak's going out. Probably see the wishbone from the Crusaders trying to drive it straight ahead.
Well, Central has a lot of faith in their running attack. Now, they could be thinking about long count, make them jump offside, then take the penalty if they don't, but I think they're going to go for it.
I do, too.
Let's see if Polshaw sneaks it. Uh-oh. Somebody in the zone. We got a flag. And if it's against the defense, Central's going to love it. And it is. Well, they didn't have to do anything.
No, they made it easy for him. The right defensive end that time, the play's right in front of us here in the press box, and he appeared to me right to be offside right from the lineup.
5-pro set for Polshaw. Quick toss. Richardson trying to get outside. Will try to cut over right in when he can't get outside. He's hit at the 45. And he's able to get a couple of yards to the 47 when it appeared he didn't have anything. 53. Kuczykowski.
Fighting off the blockers in front of him and managing to hold Kenny Richardson to a 3-yard gain.
Central 21 plays. Lorain only 14. 7:02 to go in the half. 12-3 Crusaders. 2nd and 8. Richardson left side to the 49. Collared by Rob Gillespie, 240-pound junior defensive tackle. It'll be 3rd and long. Richardson at the 49. It'll be about 5.5 to go for the first down. Passed only once.
How about a screen pass?
Sounds like a good call. It's a quick out. Colin with the reception. Tries to make the move, but can't get away. Excellent defensive play by Fred Vissi, preventing Colin, who made the outside step and tried to come back inside to juke him to get the first down, but Vissi was equal to the occasion. It'll be 4th and short again. And they're in the wishbone on 4th and short. Here comes Manilak, big hole, first down and some across the 40 to the 39. Central maintains possession. Benton and Vissi on the stop, but not before Freddie Manilak will pick up on 4th and 1, approximately 8 yards to the 39.5.
Give a lot of credit to the left side of the Crusader offensive line that time. They simply took the people from Lorain Catholic and blew them off the line of scrimmage a good 5 yards.
Just what the doctor ordered. Time-consuming drive. Twins left, backs in an eye. Wilson tied it right in. There goes the motion man Gibson. Fake the toss, hand inside, big hole. Richardson jukes inside, takes it to the outside to the 36. Couldn't get away from Benton. As he made a nice move, tried to get to the outside, but Kenny, as you well know, doesn't have the blazing speed, and he'll pick up 3 to the 36, 2nd and 7, but the clock continues to roll, Joe, and Central, we haven't kept it. Maybe John Henrietta will have it at halftime. Ball control.
Yeah, they've really shortened the game, time-consuming drives, and this is a big one here.
This is the 10th play. 2nd and a long 6. Counter play, Manilak, stutter steps, Manilak across the 30, Freddie down to the 29, maybe the 28, should have another first down. Freddie with some nice moves with those quick feet. Benton on the bottom of the pile, but not before Manilak is close to another first down.
Freddie Manilak appears to be extremely quick here tonight, John. He's run the ball this evening as quick and as hard as I've seen him in all the games that we've seen Central play this season.
Freddie gets 7 to the 29. We're down to under 4.5 minutes. A score here would be delightful, to say the least. We got Gibson left, Coolin right. The backs are in an eye. Richardson straight up the gut, cuts to the outside. 25, Richardson to the 20. Spun down on the far sideline. 15, Dwayne Davis makes the stop from his outside linebacker position. Richardson will get 8 to the 21. 2nd and 2. Central with their 12th.
54 and Manilak with 80.
Not too shabby, and we're only in the first half. Richardson again, close to the first down, and he'll have the first down as he nears the 15-yard line. They're just stuffing it up their throat, down their throat. Trotta made the stop on the outside, but Richardson is down at the 16 for 5 more. 164 yards on 26 Crusader running plays. They've had 28 plays in the game to only 14 for the Lorain Catholic Spartans.
Wide side of the field to the left. Central's been running it up inside. Maybe they'll decide to go to the outside.
Pro eye. Last play. Manilak tries to get outside, won't, as they stop this play for a short gain of 1, maybe 2. Guys that go both ways.
Yes, indeed.
2nd and 9 at the 15. Pro eye for Polshaw. He'll option left. Fakes inside, turns right or left in. Spun down by 73. Big Ed Sininger. Manilak was the trail back, but Polshaw decided to turn left in, and he's down to the 12-yard line for 3. Even if they don't get the touchdown, that would be certainly a big benefit. We're down to 2:20 to go in the half. 3rd and 6. We got trips right. First time we've seen this formation. Polshaw rolls right. He looks for Richardson. He's wide open in the flat. He takes it at the 5, and he's in for the score. They went trips right and sprung Richardson out of the backfield to the left. And Joe Nolan and John Neese could have caught that pass because there was nobody on Kenny Richardson, and Polshaw found him for the score of 12 yards, and it's 18-3.
Do we want to add Pat Pizzaferato's name in there,
we
too?
might put Pat P in there.
Great call.
He's got his stick-em gloves on tonight up here in the press box. He's ready for some action.
He sure is, but that was a fine call from either the sidelines or upstairs. They had all the motion going right. Joey Polshaw did a fine job, waited to the last second, caught Kenny Richardson coming out of the backfield to the left, and he just waltzed into the end zone.
Well, the only thing they haven't done right this evening is score the 2-point conversion or score the conversion. Wishbone, pitch back, option pass. Manilak, he was hit as he was thrown, and he couldn't find Richardson. But it's 18-3, 2:08 to go in the half. The Crusaders lead by 15, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Well, a very, very long, time-consuming drive has resulted in the Crusaders managing to put their 3rd score on the board. 18-0, 2:08 left before halftime. Michael Kuczykowski kicking off. John Neese, it's all yours.
7-11 on that drive. Just what the doctor ordered. Ulichney at about the 15, straight up the gut to the 30. 7 minutes, 11 seconds, John Henrietta says. Just what the doctor ordered for the Crusaders. They lead at 18-3 with 2:03 to go here in half number 1.
Yeah, it was a very well...
Only one pass. No, Coolin caught a pass. 2 passes. There they go in the run and shoot. Miller with 1:40 to go. Centers gets the handoff. Stevie Marshall meets him. Kenny Richardson helps him out. The whistle blows. A loss of 1. Stevie Marshall in at the defensive end. Shed his blocker and stopped a guy that's probably 50 pounds heavier than him and held him straight up until Richardson helped him out.
Yeah, it's really no match man-on-man as far as size is concerned, but that really doesn't mean a lot because Stevie Marshall showed a lot of heart that time and was able to hold him up and get help from fellow Crusaders.
All right, it's 2nd and 11 at the 30 with 1:11 to go. Benton in motion. Miller rolls out, quick flipper, incomplete, almost intercepted. Gibson was 5 yards behind the intended receiver, Nemec, and Miller was way high, and he's been shaky. He's thrown 3 to open receivers over their head. I've got him 3 of 9 for 23, and he doesn't look like an all-Ohio candidate so far this evening.
No, the first series or 2, he looked very sharp throwing the ball. He throws the ball mostly on the run. He doesn't appear to be a drop-back passer at all. He likes to throw the ball on the move.
He hit 2 of his first 3. He's missed 5 of his last 6. 3rd and 11. Benton in motion. Here comes a counter to the wingback. Ulichney getting his first carry. He's close to the first down, but a nice open field tackle by Anthony Yanni, who immediately calls timeout at the 40-yard line. But with 57 ticks to go, I think Lorain Catholic will go for it.
Well,
Central called the timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Maggie.
November 15th.
Wouldn't give me any popcorn earlier. I told him I'm not giving him any airtime.
Somewhat surprised that Lorain Catholic, John Neese, has decided to punt the football.
Let's watch for a fake. Miller's back. They tried to draw him offside. Central almost went for it, but didn't. Now the snap. And Miller fakes. He looks. He's got a receiver. He hits him. First down. Trotter. I felt that there was some
terpsichore.
Trick for the first down. They needed 1. 1st and 10 at the Lorain 46 with 51 seconds to go. A quick flipper intercepted. Kenny Richardson 50. He may go 40, 30. Come on, Kenny 20. He's going to go in for the score. Kenny Richardson is mobbed by his Crusader teammates.
Well, that's just an absolutely outstanding, great play by Kenny Richardson from his linebacker spot. He just simply read that play all the way. It was a flat pass. The receiver turned around. He went to reach for it. Kenny Richardson just stepped right in front of him, and he took it all the way down the sideline, and that's going to boost the Crusaders' lead out to 24-3 with 42 seconds left to go before half.
How sweet it is. And the Schmuddle Huddles. I love the Schmuddle Huddle. It's Polshaw and Kuczykowski, and there's nobody to center the football. Come on, Yanni, get over there.
That is a must.
Timeout Central. You can't go without the football guys.
You can't kick it, you can't run it, you can't do anything. You got to have a center, fellas.
Well, they're gonna kick it, Joe. No more trickery.
Just kick it through and take the 1 point.
Polshaw holds. It's down. The kick is up, and it's good. Mike Kuczykowski converts. 25-3. The Crusaders will be back in 30 seconds.
High school football is king in the Ohio.
Yes.
Because they got the first down on the fake punt, and then on the very next play, Richardson intercepts. Boy, he just diagnosed that quick slant pattern, and he went 50 yards for the score, his third of the evening. One by the intercept, one by a pass reception, and the third by a run. Kuczykowski hits this one deep, his longest of the year, down to the 12. Ulichney right up the gut. 20, 25, 31-yard line with 37 seconds to go. That's where the Spartans will have it. The third time that they've started at their own 31 in 6 possessions, and could that be an omen for the big lotto on Monday? I usually give my tips.
I know, you've given me tips all year long, and I'm no richer today than I was the first game of the season, and we've been through 10 weeks of tips.
Well, maybe I hit the big lotto tonight. I don't know.
Good luck.
I went for my birthday and my house number. Here's the counter play. Benton getting his first carry from his wingback position.
Fumble.
And he lost the football on a good hit by Stevie Marshall. And the Crusaders have it with 14 seconds to go. And if they've got a timeout, use it. They might get another score on the board.
They have a timeout. They've just used it with 14 seconds left to go here before halftime.
I'm not sure who got it. It might have been Colin Kelly. But Stevie Marshall with his second big hit as he put one on Benton. And I think Benton's still down.
Yeah, Stevie Marshall has played an outstanding game from his defensive end position. He's been right there to meet a number of the Lorain Catholic ball carriers. That time, he got right in his chest that time and was able to pop the football loose.
Benton is still down. Central will have it at the 33-yard line. Second straight turnover forced by the Crusader defense. Richardson's still quick. There he goes. Oh, yeah, nice trot. 14 seconds to go. Polshaw will air it out. He's back in the pocket. He's looking. He's going over the middle. Wilson, tipped away at the last moment at the 5-yard line. Oh, Paul Wilson almost had himself a second touchdown of the year. He was open, but the tip away by Trotta at the last moment. Had Polshaw led him another half-yard, Joe, Wilson would have been in.
Exactly, Paul Wilson.
15 in the score. He's back in the pocket again. 9 seconds to go. He's airing it out to Freddie Manilak. Just overthrew him at the 5-yard line. A 4-man pattern to Lensick, Wilson, Manilak, and Gibson. The 2 wideouts, the tight end, and Manilak out of the backfield. This will be the last play unless there's a penalty. Third and to make the playoffs as the top 4 advance.
Well, let's certainly hope that they are right.
Fourth or third down. They'll run a draw play to Manilak. It'll be the last play of the half. Manilak crosses the 25. He's at the 24, but we have a flag.
Face mask, I believe, John. It looked as me, although this flag is over here.
Tommy Tillman says face mask.
I thought
he threw the flag.
I thought there was a face mask on Freddie Manilak. They reached out and grabbed him.
You saw it well.
Thank you,
sir, very much. A little hot chocolate served up. Manilak moved from the 32 to the 25 for 7. That's 175 yards on the ground for Central in the first half. And the half the distance penalty will give the Crusaders a first down. And it'll be a free play, I think, at the 13.
Well, we've got a few substitutes coming in. Stevie Marshall.
Don't forget, it was trick or treat Thursday night. It'll be a 30-yarder. Polshaw to hold, Talensik the long snapper. Angle right. Snap is good. It's down. Michael's kick is up. It'll be wide to the right. Hit the stands, and the first half has been a very good one for the Crusaders of Catholic Central. They lead the Lorain Catholic Spartans 25-3. We'll be back for the Crusader band after this message. See Central get the victory, Central get in, and then we'll find out tomorrow evening what's going on when the Ohio High School Athletic Association calls in the afternoon.
Fans of from both schools, you know, the Big Red people to get out and, you know, see the Central, should they get in, and the Central people to get out and support the Big Red. So, you know, that would be a very nice gesture. I don't know if there's anything set in stone on that, John, but you know a little bit more about that than I do, but that certainly would be a nice gesture that fans would get to see both teams from the same town.
Well, they've done it on past occasions, and we'll see what happens this year because, from what I understand, Division 2, 3, and 4 playoffs are on Friday evening. Division 1 and 5 are on Saturday evening. Central will receive the second half kickoff, and if they can continue to drive the football on the ground, as they picked up 187 yards in the first half, they'll consume a lot of time. And another score could certainly put this 6-3 at the end of one, but 3 scores in the second quarter have given them a 22-point lead. High and at the 15, Manalac behind the wall, 20, 25, finds a little crease over the 30, and Freddie Manalac gets out to the 35, and we've got a late flag. Could be a face mask in there.
John, I saw a clip on the part of Central that time, somebody coming in from the backside.
You saw it very well, Joe Nolan. Manalac return. They'll start with the pro eye. Polshaw, the quarterback. Gibson and Colin, the wideouts. Big hole. Richardson off tackle. 25-30. Breaks into the clear. 35. Stiff arms the tackler. 40. Down at the 43-yard line. Kenny Richardson. Koba finally got him. Using the stiff arm extremely well. Kenny Richardson, a big gain as he starts the third quarter like he left off in the first half. He's down at the 43 for 24 yards.
Well, certainly
puts him over the 100-yard mark again.
That's what I'm figuring out right here, right now, John. I got him for a...
They start the second half very nicely. Backfield on the blast. There goes Manalac across the 45. Manalac stretches his body out to the 48-yard line. Nice block put on there by center Brian Krager. Kuczykowski makes the stop, but not before Freddie Manalac gets 5 on first. Make it 2nd and 5 at the Crusader 48.
Well, the Central working in zone blocking, and they've been blowing them off the line of scrimmage.
And they haven't made any mistakes. No turnovers. Richardson picks his hole, dives to the Lorain 49, covered by Kasher, along with 73, Sininger. Richardson picks up 3, 3rd and 2. 34 times for 219 yards, 3rd and short. Richardson has the first down. He's at the Lorain 45. Tackle made by Jim Trotta.
Mark, he's got 96 and 11 carries.
They've done it before against Martin Sperry. Here's the toss. Manalac outside, turns it over right end. Not much room for Freddie, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Fakes the pitch, now pitches it late, 40, Richardson 35, out of bounds as he lost the angle at the 31. We've seen Polshaw do that twice to the short side of the field. He gets into the secondary, and when he's getting ready to get hit, he pitches back to the trailback, Richardson, and that's a 14-yard pickup and another Crusader first down. Let's make it 15 at the Lorain 30-yard line.
Well, good decision that time by Joey.
Over 3 minutes taken off the clock. Another option. Polshaw flips it ahead. That might have been a forward pass.
That is.
To Freddie Manalac, as Manalac was in front of Polshaw, and that's legit, and we'll call that a pass rather than a run, as John Henrietto signals yes, sirree, and the gain is down to the Lorain 27-yard line, so a 3-yard pass completion to Manalac.
That's actually toss.
We got Talensik and Colin, twins left. Marshall tight at right end. Blast play, Manalac right side, breaks the tackle at the 27, gets across the 25, and gains to the 23. Trotta again makes the stop, along with 67, Rob Gillespie, the defensive tackle. Manalac 4 to the 23.
Now that brings him to 100 yards even John Richardson, 132. Fred Manilak, 100. That's 232 yards out of your two backs.
Already 4.5 minutes off the second half clock. 3rd and 3 for Central at the Lorain 23. Twins left. Gibson, one of the Twins, goes in motion to the right. Polshaw will roll out. He's looking. He's flipping. Incomplete to Richardson. Coolin was open deep, but Richardson was the primary receiver that Polshaw was zeroing in on, and he just let him. Richardson able to get his hand up, but not grab the football, as Ulichney had the coverage. It'll be what the call is. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 7:14 to go, third quarter. Big 4th down and 3 at the 23. Option right. Polshaw pitches back. Richardson first down and some. 20. Gets a block. Breaks the tackle. 15. Down to the 13. Stevie Marshall out there blocking. Polshaw running the option very well to the short side. And Richardson gets it to the 12 for 11 more and another first down. The 4th straight on this drive.
Well, the Crusaders had them spread out. They went double wide outs to the left that time, decided to come back to the short side. They made the pitch. An excellent block by Steve Marshall. We've talked about him on defense. That time he added to his complete game by blocking on offense.
He's tight end to the left. Backs in an eye on the pro eye. Polshaw 1st and 10 at the Lorain 12. Quick toss to the left side. Over right end or left end goes Manilak inside the 10, and he's stormed down by Gillespie at the 9. 6.5 minutes to go in this quarter. Central has run 5.5 minutes off the clock from their own 19 to the Lorain 9. That was the 11th play of the drive.
That's a very good play for Steubenville Central. They spread them out. Manilak starts wide to the outside and has the ability to cut it back in as the flow of the defense is going to the outside. 2nd
and 7 at the 9. Pro eye. Manilak on the blast. Manilak to the 8, maybe the 7. So both Richardson and Manilak getting loads of work this evening.
Minute and 20-second mark.
6:15 already taken off the clock in this quarter. Gibson in motion from Twins left. Polshaw options left. Quick pitch. Richardson gets a block. Richardson's going to score his 4th touchdown. Kenny Richardson on an excellent option left. And Central has taken 6 minutes and 31 seconds off the third quarter clock and now leads it 31-3, and Kuczykowski's in.
We'll take care of her. We'll call this one Michael Kuczykowski. Kick is up and it's wide to the left, no good. 5 minutes and 29 seconds to go. The Steubenville Catholic Crusaders 31, Lorain Catholic 3. We'll be back after these messages. A very, very long, consuming drive by the Steubenville Catholic Crusaders. 13 plays, 81 yards, and they have really stretched the lead out here now to 28 as they lead 31-3.
Kuczykowski, a low squibber down the middle off of the first guy, grabbed by the second guy, Benton, at the 28. He's across the 30, struggles to the 32-yard line. And a beautiful, beautiful Crusader drive. As we said, it took the kickoff unit 1st and 10 with 5:18 to go here in quarter number 3, and Miller touching the football for the first time, flips it out into the flat, and Benton makes a nifty catch behind the Crusader. Ulichney was the motion man. He made the catch behind the Crusader defender. Raymond Chapano finally got him, but the gain was to the 46-yard line.
Oh, that's the true run and shoot there, where you got the man in motion, quarterback dropping back and allowing him to make his cut, and he just laid it in there behind the linebackers. That's the play they opened the game with.
14-yard completion. Miller back in the pocket, quick out to one of the wide receivers. That's a new guy in there, 29. Josh Dickinson makes the reception. Chapano on the coverage drive. 6 of 13 for Miller for 49.
The more you throw it, the more chance you have of an intercept, too.
Trips left, counter play inside. Ulichney getting his second carry, crosses the 45 to the 44, close to a first down as he'll pick up 4. Rich Galtieri there, and there's a late flag from the back judge. Somebody saying something in there. Little personal foul against Central.
I'm sure Coach Bain can't be real happy with that down on the sidelines. they've got the game pretty well under control with 4:14 left to go in the third quarter, and somebody comes up with a personal foul penalty. Certainly don't want to see that.
Second fifth to go here in quarter number 3. Central comfortably on top, 31-3. Twins left. Benton in motion. He's going to get a lateral pass. Makes the catch at the 32, gets across the 30, breaks the tackle, and is at the 27. Boy, that was a long lateral pass. He was behind the quarterback.
That's a lot of moving around and a lot of juking and everything.
The leads by 28. They've broken from the double wing on this series, and they've got Twins right. Miller rolling out right, flipping it out into the flat, in and out of the hands of Benton. Coverage by inside linebacker Brian Krager. But Benton had it, but dropped it.
Yeah, it was right. The pace has slowed down here a little bit, John, since Lorain's gotten the ball, because they've been putting it in the air, and with those incompletions, that clock stops. Dickerson
and Ulichney, Twins right. Nemick split left. Centers the fullback, gets the handoff, had a nice hole, tried to cut it back, and slipped down at the 26. It'll be 4th and 7 at the Central 26, and Centers, on his first carry of the half, had a lot of running room.
He sure did. He had a lot of green grass ahead of him, and he is a powerful running fullback, and his feet simply went out from under him.
Novotny comes in with the play. This will be the 8th of the drive, including the 115-yard personal foul. Novotny and Ulichney right. Nemick left. Center's the only back in the backfield behind Miller on 4th and 7. Miller rolling out. Middle screen. And diagnosing the play is Scotty Bloomer, and he pins Benton down for a loss, and Central will take over. The defensive end stayed at home and read that middle screen. He said, we got that play in our playbook, too.
That's exactly right. He diagnosed that tremendously, because there were 5 men right in the middle, 5 blockers for Lorain Catholic. He was able to push his way through and get to the Lorain Catholic receiver, and Travis Maracino makes his way into the football game.
Well, it's a loss of 2 on the pass completion, and the ball control offensive Catholic Central takes over at their own 28-yard line. And there goes Richardson into the secondary, 35, 40-yard line. Kenny Richardson having a picnic.
He's having himself a field day. 155 on 24 for Kenny Richardson.
5-man front, quick toss by Maracino, trying to get outside is Manilak. He crosses the 40, almost a late hit. Freddie gets to the 42, and the Crusader faithful, a little due. It was close. It was to the far side of the field.
Now Lorain Catholic.
Travis Maracino making his first appearance in a couple of games. But that hip injury, as I understand, there's an offensive lineman moving. One of the few mistakes that David Stanwick's made on the offensive line this year, as he moved before the snap, and Central will be penalized for the 3rd time in the half. 6 penalties all told for 60 yards.
Well, you see that so many times when you've had 3/4 of your game played with one quarterback. Your other quarterback comes in, regardless of how much you've worked with that quarterback. There's always a little difference in the bark and a little change in the cadence.
Mark Pirro gets into the Crusader offensive line. Twins left. Gibson comes in motion to the right. The backs are in an eye. Here goes Richardson on the fullback trap, right up the gut, 45, 50, 45-yard line, and another first down in Lorain territory. 14, Berich finally gets Kenny Richardson in. 13 and 5, that's 18 more for Kenny Richardson. He's going to get 200 if this keeps up.
Well, he's got one throwing their people off and opening up big holes. Anytime you have backs picking up 173, as Richardson done, or Manilak 108, a lot of credit has to go to the people up front.
1st and 10 at the Lorain 45 with 29 seconds to go in the quarter. Deep handoff. Manilak can't handle it. The ball is loose. There's a dive for it. It went all the way back to midfield, and guess who got it? Travis Maracino.
Had to be kicked in there somewhere, because that ball was up around the 45-yard line when Freddie Manilak fumbled it, and here it ended up back at the 49.
First ball handling mistake the Crusaders have made. That'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Another good quarter for Central. They outscore them 6-0 as we move to the 4th quarter. 31-3 Crusaders. And we'll be back.
The delicious word no extra charge for 1 year. The new 1-year clean guarantee, only from Stanley Steamer. When we say we clean it, we mean it. Some restrictions apply. Call your local Stanley Steamer carpet cleaner for details. Available at participating franchisees only.
Stanley Steamer will clean 5 rooms and a hall, $99.95. Price does not include 1-year guarantee. Call Stanley Steamer today at 264-6534 or 797-9705.
Quick on a draw.
On the first play of the fourth quarter at midfield, after the 5-yard loss on the fumble, Freddie Manilak took a screen pass from Travis Marcino, had nothing but green in front of him, and traveled down to the Lorain 26-yard line on a 24-yard pickup. And the Crusaders have it 1st and 10 on their 22nd first down at the Lorain 26. Marcino hands to Richardson, and he's upended in the backfield. Diving through Kuczykowski. 2nd and 11, 11:22 to go in the game. It's been all Central. Richardson gets the handoff, plunges across to 25, and is down at the 23. Gillespie made the stop. Kenny gets himself about 4. Central in quarter number 3, time of possession 9:06. Those mathematicians out there know that Lorain Catholic then had the football only 2 minutes and 54 seconds.
Yeah, when you've got the football 9 minutes or even close to 9 minutes, you have just totally dominated the line of scrimmage and time of possession, obviously.
Got a new Crusader wide receiver right. That's Jared Cottrell, and he comes in motion to join Coolin. Quick popper over the middle, complete short gain to the tight end. And that's Paul Wilson making the reception at the 21. So a pickup of only 2. Travis is 2 of 2 for 20.
The only thing we haven't seen from them is that little reverse pitch to Gibson.
4th and 6. Marcino back in the pocket. He's looking. Colin's open. He leaps. It goes right through his hands at the 12. It would have been enough for a first down. Coverage by Vissy, but Colin at about 6'3", leaped high, just couldn't come down with it, and Central gives the football up with 9:59 to go at the Lorain 21-yard line.
Yep.
And Stanwyck guards Galtier and Sweeney have done an outstanding job as Miller rolls out around the right side, driven out of bounds before he reaches the 25. Ray Shapano doing the driving out. Miller gets 3 to the 24.
Now we see a number of subs into the football game.
Also the tight ends Wilson and Marshall, along with the backs Manilak and Richardson, doing an excellent job of blocking for each other. On 2nd and 7, Centers gets the carry. Centers will not go down. He crosses the 35 and finally is down at the 36-yard line. The sophomore fullback, Eric Shapano and Colin Kelly got him, but Centers showing a lot of determination and drive. Gets to the 36 for 12, and a Spartan first down there, 8.
Young sophomore, about 200 pounds, is very, very well put together and hard to bring down.
Twins right. Wingback right. Centers gets the handoff, and grabbing him immediately is Johnny Winch. The linebacker on the right side makes a quick tackle, and Centers is down at the 36 for no gain.
Michael Orlando into the game defensively for Central, and Aaron Talensik and Gibson coming out for the Crusaders, Michael Gibson.
Greg Bain and staff getting a lot of other players in there. Big Johnny Shaw, 245 senior, at a defensive tackle. Miller back in the pocket, looking, throwing, has a receiver. Wide open, it's Dickinson at the 43, and he's down immediately by Kelly. Shapano helped him out. They spotted at the 44, an 8-yard completion.
Alps, and they really haven't thrown the bomb or looked to throw the bomb whatsoever.
3rd and 2, this time 2 backs in the backfield. Benton and Centers gets the handoff, and Colin Kelly meets him and drives him back at the 44. No gain.
Excellent read by Colin Kelly that time. He just stepped right into the hole and met Centers head up. Got some support, some gang tackling in there, but he was the initial tackler.
4th and a yard, and they'll go for it. With 8 minutes to go on a turning fourth quarter clock, it's been all Central. They lead it 31-3.
Now the Crusaders have a mixture of some regulars as well as a number of reserves in there.
Sean Pertko is at a defensive end for Central. 4th and short. Centers gets the handoff. Kelly meets him. Centers stretches across the 45, but I don't think he made it. Colin Kelly firing from his middle linebacker position.
Very, very quick. He stepped into that hole once again. Johnny read that play very well, and he just met center's head up, and it's going to be very close to whether it's a first down or not.
The chain gang will arrive and stretch the sticks.
I think they have it by a few inches.
I think they missed it.
All right, we'll see who's right.
I have 20/20 vision.
They held him.
And I'm right again for the first time. That's a heck of a guess.
Very good call, Mr. Neese. It was only a couple of inches. They didn't make it, but the
A couple of outstanding plays from his inside linebacker position.
Yeah, fine performance by the young man.
Here we go with Marcino, the quarterback. A couple of new running backs. Yanni at the tailback, and he busted on the blast play. They try to steal the football from him, but Yanni hangs on to it. He's all the way down to the 36-yard line for 10 and close to a first down.
Very, very quick off the ball is Anthony Yanni. He had an earlier 6-yard touchdown and almost the same identical play where he ran it right up the middle. Nothing fancy, just straight ahead blocking and just power running by Anthony Yanni.
I got unofficially 294 yards on 48 Crusader running plays. Second and short at the 36.
It's been a big performance by their backs this evening.
The backs are split this time. Bloomer gets the carry. Bloomer gets the first down. Crosses the 35. Lost the football. Lorain Catholic says they have it, and they will get it. Scotty Bloomer hit hard the hole, and he was pumped hard, and he just didn't wrap the football up.
And they get this play off.
3-yard pickup, then the fumble recovery.
Shotgun.
The shotgun with Miller at his own 33. At 19 million wide receivers. 5 wide receivers. Miller back, floating it up. Almost intercepted by Yanni. Intended for Ulichney. It was overthrown.
Anthony got a real good break on the ball. He saw it all the way, and I think what happened was when the receiver reached up, it sort of blurred his vision a little bit. In fact, it might have even been tipped that knocked it out of the ball was tipped and maybe knocked it out of Yanni's hands.
Second. Another couple of subs will get their names. Miller back, looks like a little screen out to the right side. Benton has it. Chapano was there. He didn't make the tackle, but he slowed Benton down, and making the tackle was Big Johnny Shaw, the defensive tackle, who read that screen very well. And the senior defensive tackle makes an excellent effort, a pass completion for a -2 at the 31.
Well, Ray Chapano was out a couple of games early in the season with some type of a hand injury, and he seems to be rounding into, good form right now.
3rd and long. Eric Chapano is an outside linebacker. Shotgun. Miller over the middle, overthrows his intended receiver, who was held. Nemec was the intended receiver, and I think Kelly grabbed him. And it will be interference, and the 15-yard penalty will put the ball at the 46. And that'll be enough for a Spartan first down. 7th penalty, 75 yards against Central.
Now, that wasn't a very difficult penalty to call on the part of the officials. There was obvious holding that time by someone, the Crusaders.
Well, they may call holding rather than interference. Interference is 15, holding is 10. They call holding. And is that roughing the passer?
Roughing the passer in addition to that.
10-yard penalty for Lorain. 5:58 to go in the game. Central leads for 28. Trips left, Twins right. Shotgun. Miller back, floats it out, almost intercepted. Had Ray Chapano been a little taller, we know he's only about 5'5", he could have had it. Benton, the intended receiver.
Well, that time Miller was throwing the pass out into the flat. That's a long way to throw the football, and he's also throwing the ball while he's still moving backwards. He hasn't really set his feet very well this evening. He's thrown the ball on the run most of the time. The Crusaders put a little pressure on him that time and forced a quick throw.
Jason Schwartzberger and Mike Kuczykowski in the defensive lineup for Catholic Central. Miller back, throws, finds his man. Nemec out in the right flat, close to a first down.
87, John.
That's Wib Hemshad making the defensive play from his cornerback position. The gain is to the Central 44. That's 10 yards and close to a first down.
Guy Runzelli into the game for the Crusaders, as well as Mikey Mavromatis coming into the football game.
11 of 21 unofficially, 70 yards for Miller. He hasn't thrown. The Central appears to be in the playoffs. We'll let you know more about that tomorrow on 1340 WSTV. Ulichney in motion. Quarterback sneak. Miller has the first down as he stacked up at the 43. Forward progress to the 42. Isidore makes the stop. It's only the 17th running play for 78 yards. First down number 10 at the Central 43.
Coach Bain tonight pulling a old Woody Hayes trick. It's very cold out there, and he's in the short sleeves.
He's tough. Former Marine. Nimick gets the quick out, and he's driven out of bounds at the Central 30. Isidore made the hit. 12-yard pickup. 82 yards in the air, 11 first downs. They spotted at the 31. Clock stopped at 5:03. But Nimick being driven out of bounds. They're running from the straight tee now. Miller back. Pass. Dickerson in and out of his hands. Hit hard by Kuczykowski and Mike Orlando.
Yeah,
Two Michaels.
They sandwiched him that time. He was in between them, and he did have the ball initially, and both of them came in, and they were able to pop it loose, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 to go.
Fight me. I told him he looks like George Foreman, except he's only 4'8". Foreman's 6'5". 2nd and 10. Centers gets the handoff. They're trying to steal the ball from him. Centers crosses the 30 to the 29. Mike Kuczykowski at about 5'5", 130, tries to steal the ball from Centers, 6'2", 205. Hey, when you're small, you don't come up to the guy's numbers. You try to sneak in there and get the ball.
You use every advantage you possibly can. Michael was just in there pulling and tugging and trying to rip it out, but it didn't come out.
Centers gets 3. 3rd and 7 at the Central 28 with 4:28 to go. Shotgun for Miller. He's back. He has all night. He's going for the home run for the first time. He's got a man out there, and then he couldn't hold it. It was a little short, and he tried to come back and make the grab in the end zone as he had beaten the coverage.
Yeah, he definitely had beaten the coverage, John. He faked him out. He was about 2 yards deep, and the pass was just a little bit short, as you described, but he was wide open.
Boy, Central has really played well defensively, and they've got 2nd and 3rd teamers in there right now, and they're doing an excellent job.
Yeah, playing passing teams is a very difficult thing to do because you're constantly moving. Your defensive linemen are always rushing, and it's a very easy situation to get tired.
4th and 8 at the 28. Ulichney in motion. Miller back in the pocket. Throwing to Nimick, and it might be intercepted. It is. Crusaders make the interception on the far side. They're mobbing the dude. 29, I think, is the player. That should be Anthony Isidore.
Yes, it is.
If he knocks it down, Central gets it at the 28. But, hey, Anthony, you got your first varsity interception, big boy. Go for it.
That's exactly right. He probably wasn't aware of that situation. He came up with the intercept. That's going to give the Crusaders the football. 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go. They lead 31-3, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of people in there, new people in there offensively this series for Central as well.
And the boys on the bench give Isidore a high 5, a high 10, and a high 15.
Gabe DiNofrio into the football game, the 6', 170-pound junior.
Central's come up with their 3rd turnover.
Danny Sweeney coming out. Danny had another fine game at the guard defensive tackle position, 5'11", 265 junior.
I don't think we got enough Crusaders on the field. Marcino calls a timeout. 3:44 to go. Central leads at 31-3. We'll be back after this. 10 Central at their own 9 after the Anthony Isidore interception, and the tailback is Donald Duck Thorne Jr., and he carries across the 10 and gets a nice gain out to about the 13. Thorne, a sophomore tailback, gets 4 on his first carry of the evening. And that gives Central unofficially 301 yards on the ground on 50 running plays.
Quarterback Mike Orlando, the youngster coming in right
Another
now.
Sophomore.
Number 14, a sophomore, right? We've seen him on some punt and kickoff returns this evening.
Cottrell's a wide receiver left. The backs are split. And into the secondary goes the ball carrier, and I think that's Mike Kuczykowski. No,
20,
not 22, and that's Jason Swertzberger, and he makes a nifty gain of it and gets the first down. as he crosses the 20 all the way out to the 24 for 11. And the second and third unit backs doing a superb job.
That's always nice to see the young people get into the football game, and then it's even nicer to see them have a little success while they're in there.
Got Central unofficially 23 first downs, over 300 yards on the ground.
Yeah, they've just totally dominated the football game.
Twins right, Orlando the quarterback. Orlando on a counter play. There goes Thorne into the secondary. Thorne almost reaches the 30. He gets to the 29. 5 more. So 4, 11, and 5. 2:30 to go. Central by 28. They've dominated.
John, it's always interesting to see. You know, we've only got 2 minutes and 20 seconds. The youngsters are in there. They get to the line of scrimmage. They run back to the huddle. They want as many plays as they possibly can get.
Ryan Shannon in the game for the Crusaders. Out over the football is number 60, Guy Renzelli. Shannon is split left. On the option, Orlando lost it. The ball is loose. It's picked up by one of the Lorain players, and he'll race it in for the touchdown. That's Brian Zapolski. Mike Orlando tried to run the option. The ball popped loose, and Zapolski picked it up and took it in for the score. It's 31-9. Timeout Central. 2 minutes to go, 31-9. The Crusaders will be back in 30 seconds. Try to get organized for this probable 2-point conversion. Trying to stop it. And they'll go with another Madohado. It's been famous tonight. The center and Miller right behind him. He gets the snap. He's rolling out. He's looking. He's throwing.
No good.
Incomplete. Intended for Benton in the end zone, and it's 31-9, and we'll be back for the Lorain kickoff in 30 seconds.
The commitment can
Unit kickoff team in there with a lot of wide receivers and backs.
Coaches usually refer to this as the hands team, the people that handle the ball a lot.
I see only one lineman. That's Krager right in the middle. The rest are wide receivers, defensive backs, and offensive backs. Ulichney will kick it deep.
Surprised.
Manilak back by himself, running way back, takes it at about the 9, looks for some blocks, 10, 15, 20, and down at the 20. That's very surprising.
Yeah.
The tailback. Thorne gets the deep handoff. Thorne breaks one tackle at the 20, gets out to the 25. Nice running by the Dexter. Young Donald Thorne, the sophomore, will get 5. 308 yards on 54 running plays for the Crusader ground attack. 2nd and 5 at the 25.
Young Donald Thorne's going to be a fine player, I think, in the future for the Crusaders, John. As he matures, gets a little bit stronger. He's got excellent speed and moves.
2nd and 5 as Orlando sets his squad in a pro set. Quick toss to the right side, carrying DeMail. For the Crusaders is Jason Swartzberger, and he's down at the 27. Pickup of a couple. Trotta on the stop. 3rd and short. About 2. They spotted at the 28. 46 seconds ago. This should be the last play unless Lorain calls a timeout.
Let's give a call to Joel Barkalow into the game for the Crusaders. I think this is the first we've seen him this evening.
He's split to the right, and Thorne gets the handoff, tries to break outside, stretches his body, and may have got the first down at the 30. Let's watch the spot. Trotta got him. And if that ball's touching the 30 as it is, it's a first down. 24th of the game and 30 seconds left to go as Thorne picks up 3.
Number 30, Brian Shannon, coming into the football game with 20-some seconds left to go, as well as, I forgot who the other man I was going to make a call for.
This should be the last play. I don't think Central will throw the football with 15 seconds to go. Quick toss to Thorne. Tries to cut it over right end. Crosses the 30. Gets to the 32. And that should be it. The Crusaders, if the computer experts are correct, will have reached the playoffs for the second year in the last 3. And for the 3rd straight year, Catholic Central finishes the regular season at 8-2. Your final score, Central 31, Lorain Catholic 9, and we'll be back after this.